Now, the African Union leaders are set to meet in Johannesburg today. They will launch a public-private partnership initiative to secure Africa's healthcare future by speeding up manufacturing of pharmaceuticals and medical countermeasures. This is taking place as South Africa is presiding over the G20 presidency. Khayelihle Khumalo joins us from Sandton. Kaya, talk to us about the significance of this initiative, especially since the continent has been battling with outbreaks of diseases.
Well, certainly, and it's a very seminal point for South Africa under its G20 presidency. So the focal point really is around the pharmaceutical industry in the African continent. As you know, that the South African President, Cyril Ramaphosa, is currently the champion of the AU's preparedness, but also when it comes to the prevention of the infections in the African continent. As you know, that it's really stemming from that time of COVID-19 that's coincided with South Africa's AU chairship, but also most importantly here today it's about making sure that Africa is able to mobilize its own resources, but also cementing this very key industry in terms of making sure that Africa is able to develop its own capabilities when it comes to fighting infections. And as you know, Leanne, that South Africa is really well capacitated with a very strong pharmaceutical industry. So we're expecting the role players to converge here to really be part and parcel of this very important occasion, especially because we know that one of the big challenges facing the continent will have to be the non-communicable diseases. Really, it's a big issue when you look at the mortality rates and the morbidity. It is a major concern for the role players, but also what is very key, Leanne, we know that with the geopolitics as well, the issues around the cutting of aid from the United States of America, affecting so many countries in sub-Saharan Africa. I think what is a very key mantra is that Africa should mobilize its own resources.
Yeah, indeed. And that's, I think, what many people are alluding to and speaking to, especially with the global environment right now. But perhaps you can give us a glimpse into some of the dignitaries who will actually be attending the session.
Well, certainly, Leanne, we're expecting a very high-level delegation from the South African ministers, but also we do understand the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, Mr. Wamkele Mene, will be part of the proceedings, but also the pharmaceutical industry, the role players in this particular sector as well, will be part and parcel of this, especially because also in the context of Africa mobilizing its own resources, Leanne. So looking, for example, at the game changer in the continents like the African Continental Free Trade Area, looking at how to boost intra-Africa trade, but also looking at how this healthcare sector can be used really to leverage the opportunities that are being presented by all the role players in this particular field. So a very, very key time for South Africa, as we know that the G20 is really gaining momentum in terms of so many sessions. As you know, that one of the key working areas is around health, and this is exactly making sure that they are putting that into effect.
All right, Khayelihle, let's leave it there for now, and we look forward to seeing what you bring us from there through the day. So that's Khayelihle Khumalo.